Well, that's a Brown Act again, right?
Julie's going to be talking to us about that.
So, okay, the state doesn't.
And is it the pleasure of the council that the parameters, links, materials, pictures, will that be, is the subcommittee working on those as well and giving us direction, or are they getting the superstructure together saying it's ready for council review, and then you'll debate that here on council?
Well, I believe that we're putting the superstructure together. The pictures and other documents will be added, but there will be some with the initial design for review and approval.
Any more need for direction?
Not on that one. I have some other items.
Okay.
So that you have something other than your own personal business cards to hand out, I've asked the graphic artist to put together the world's most boring business card here, knowing that you don't have a logo and there aren't other things there. So I'll pass this down, and if this is acceptable, we'll go ahead and print those up. Or if you want some change, let me know. I think they should all.
They all say Bob Cashman, no problem.
As you're looking at those to move things along here, I was asked to put together some thank you letters. One thank you letter would be for, I have some, oh, I'm sorry, here's also a prototype of an incredibly boring stationery that we'll also be able to use in the same creative light as your business cards. A thank you letter, here's 5 of them that you can take a look at. One thank you letter is for all the applicants who responded to the RFP process, with council's genuine gratefulness there for them taking the effort to do that. And another is a thank you letter for communities and businesses and all those groups that helped with the incorporation. I know that was important to council as well.
These are format letters. They're not to any specific place. They simply say prospective business XXX, XXX, and name XXX, XXX, and so forth. Dear so-and-so. So it's just a draft thought as to how it might be done.
Yeah, they're just suggestions. If you want to mark them up and send them back, but we would start like to work on the database to get those out.
Should we just do that and send it back to the board next meeting? Is there anything that we have to get out this week?
No pressure. The sooner you give it to us, the sooner we'll go ahead and mail them out.
I think, yeah, we probably want time to look at this.
Okay.
Maybe there'll be some suggestion about how to make this look more appealing.
I think that'd be with the logo and possibly a tagline.
Oh, okay, Scott. You're not going to let that go for a while, are you? But anyway, if we could all look at it and get it back to the city manager.
And my last point, Chairman, that now that we have share recording, action notes rather, not recording, action notes of the meeting, and we are working on creating a database that all of the suggestions, these ideas, thoughts, suggestions from the public, a database is being put together, and that's being run by Erlyn, who was here earlier. So there's going to be a lot of data going into that over the next few months, and then you can be assured that there's some kind of a record, a recordation of the actions, the activities, and the suggestions that you're hearing. And that concludes my report.
Thank you, John. Well, interim city attorney report.
It's always nice to bring good news. And Councilmember-elect Moore referred a matter to me this morning. I think actually because it was last night, regarding a lawsuit that was filed against the county with regard to the Park Assessment District. And she was concerned because there was an April 11th trial date coming up, and we to check in and check the record, actually. Our paralegal Sharon did the work on that, and turned up the fact that, in fact, the county's motion for summary judgment has been granted, and therefore the case judgment has been entered for the county. So the assessments are valid.
Wow.
There's always a possibility of appeal, that kind of thing, but nevertheless.
Oh, Lord.
I thought you might want to know that exact. It doesn't happen very often that we have good news. But that's what we can report today.
Okay, thank you, Julie. Now's the time for us to put any future agenda items that we happen to think of that staff hasn't thought of on the agenda, or to be put on the agenda sometime in the future. So, do I have any from the council members? Marcia.
Postal addresses. I've had several phone calls already. Still a lot of, don't even know what city I live in. My mailing address is Lake Elsinore. My mailing address is Menifee. I think the way the federal government works, we need to start now and get on getting everyone in the boundaries of the city of Wildomar, a Wildomar mailing address.
I think part of that is their P.O. box, not their name, not their street address.
No,
There may be a few.
It is the street address, Cheryl.
Well, there may be a
The
few.
phone
if you-
calls that I've had is the street address.
Well, yeah, there's a few. There's some in Cotton Canyon, right on the border of Menifee. There's some in Sudco. There may be, although, yeah, if you look at the registrar's, voter registrar's list, and there's also a few over along the western boundary, the northwestern boundary. But I think we definitely need to distinguish if those are P.O. boxes that's the problem, or the street address.
Well, we have City Route 1 from the post office in the city of Lake Elsinore, which has a Lake Elsinore address and which actually is in Sedco Hills, which has become part of Wildomar. So the good thing is that 10 years have elapsed. We had to wait 10 years between the first time we changed zip codes in Wildomar and our ability to change a zip code again for any people in the boundaries. And it is now 10 years and a few months. So actually this is something we can look into when we actually have city council. More? You want the post office box put on too, on the agenda?
Oh, yes.
Bridget, anything else?
No.
Scott? Oh, don't say that. Okay.
Yes, I'm ready to put the committee together to start working with the community for a logo and a tagline for the new city.
Okay, so he has again requested it to be put on.
Yes.
Cheryl?
I don't have anything to put on the agenda.
I don't either, and that concludes the meeting. Do I hear a motion to adjourn? Is there a second?
I'll second.
All those in favor?
Sure it is. It's a rule. More than somebody's on an acre lot and broken down cars.